Hey everyone, how are we doing today? Mary Ellen Vanaken, Susan Jennings, real estate ladies of North Atlanta. How you doing today, Sue?
I am great. How about you, Mary Ellen?
I'm doing great. So today we have a really fun topic. I think it's fun. So what are 15 things you can do to clean in 10 minutes?
hmm Yeah, so it's a great way to keep your house clean and tidy by just staying on top of everything. And, you don't have to pack everything into one day. You can just do things, a little bit all the time. And then you can opt to like deep clean one room once a month, or you can try the 610 cleaning method, which
Okay.
is where you're doing 6 daily tasks and 10 weekly tasks.
Ooh.
But occasionally we all have 10 minutes to spare. And what are those things that we could be cleaning in that real quick 10-minute time frame that we have? Um, so what do you think, Mary Ellen?
I don't know. What's number one?
Number one is cleaning your microwave. So,
Oh.
opening it, getting, some paper towels, wiping it out. You can even simply fill a microwave safe bowl with a cup of water and add a teaspoon of vinegar to that or a tablespoon of lemon juice and microwave that on high for about 2 minutes. And the steam will
Nice.
help loosen any grime, and then you can just wipe it out and dry everything out. It'll help eliminate odors, and especially if you use the lemon juice, your microwave will smell amazingly great.
Well, I guess if you have like teenagers and stuff too, they're using that
Mhm.
microwave all the time and they're making a
Mhm.
mess. And I tend to clean mine after I use it, which is
Mhm.
which is good too. But like 10 minutes every once in a while, just clean it out. Yeah, that's good.
Right. Right.
I like
Yeah.
that. Clean your microwave. Mm.
Yeah. So the second thing I have on the list is to tidy your entryway. So take a few minutes and look at that entryway or that mudroom and make sure you've got, all your shoes matched up, that your shoes are tucked away where they need to be, that any of the maybe the papers or mail that you've brought in, the junk mail especially, that you go through it and especially toss those things. We don't need to save a lot of that stuff. And then you can rehome your accessories like your cords for your cell phone or your
Mhm.
for your electronics and so forth. And you can also organize those reusable bags that maybe you're bringing in and out of uh, your back door, the door that you use most. Maybe it's your front door.
Mm. Yeah, and
Mhm.
I mean, I think also, do you take your shoes off when you walk in the house,
Mhm.
and do all the shoes end up there, or you can organize that nicely too as
Mhm.
well. But like I'm the type of person, I get the mail, I look at it, it goes in the garbage right away. Like I don't put
Mhm.
it down to look at it because as I'm walking from the mailbox to my house, up the driveway, I'm like, okay, I look at it, okay, throw it. Because, I think a lot of people will just put stuff there and it'll sit there in your
Mhm.
entryway and they just throw it there because of convenience. And I'm going, just do it right away. It takes like
Right.
2 seconds. Then you
Right.
don't have to, be overwhelmed with all that extra stuff. So,
Right, right. And also hang up your jackets and your coats. Put them in the closet. Don't just hang them over the railing or on a hook, because they tend to build up and accumulate.
mhm.
You don't necessarily need that jacket all the time. So go ahead and put it on a hanger and put it in the coat closet.
That's a good one there.
Hmm. So number three on our list is keep your stove clean. Get your stove sparkling. As a matter of fact, fill your sink with soapy water. Take all the grates or coils off of your stove. Let them soak, and you can clean your stove with an all-purpose cleaner and then rinse everything off, dry it off, put it back on the stove. And this is a good practice that you should do every time you use your stove to keep it really clean. But, take 10 minutes and deep clean that stove too.
Yeah, and it's amazing. I don't know, like you'll cook something in the oven or on the stove, and it like multiplies, and you're like, where did that come
Mhm.
from? So just
Mhm.
always using a little whatever cleaner, Windex, whatever you use to clean that area. That's a quick 10-minute thing that you can do
Mhm.
that will save you a lot of
Mhm.
time if you don't deep clean it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
So number four on our list is to tackle your toilets. And of Target, for instance, comes to mind because they have a great display of cleaning products, especially for the bathroom. And they have disposable products that you can wipe things down, scrub things down, and flush them away. And then you can use some all-purpose cleaner. You can use some Windex, clean your mirror, clean your sink, and you can do a pretty quick cleanup on a bathroom that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. 100%.
So number 5 on our list is cleaning your utensil drawer. So it's really amazing to me how crumbs get in your utensil drawer. It's like my forks are always clean when I put them in my utensil drawer, but every time I go to clean out my utensil drawer, I find out that there's like little things that get in there anyway. It's crazy. I don't know where they come from.
I don't know. They multiply from somewhere. The crumbs, someone's eating cookies and they open up the drawer or whatever, it ends up there. But yeah, no, that's a great one. And I like to line my my drawers, and then I have like a utensil type organizer in there. But it's amazing. It's just like, also like, you're like, where did those crumbs come from or whatever? So yeah, that's an easy fix, and just wiping it down, and easy.
Yeah, places like Home Goods or the Container Store are great places to pick up like those expandable utensil trays and all that fit your specific drawer width. So keep that in mind as a place to pick those things up. Number 6 on our list is refreshing your refrigerator. So a quick wipe down of your shelves, in your refrigerator can help minimize lingering odors. A solution of water and baking soda, or even water and vinegar, and wiping off those shelves with a microfiber cloth and then drying them off again will just help all those compartments and doors and drawers that tend to, catch a little bit of leakage from our vegetables and our meats and so forth, and also keep your fridge smelling really fresh.
Yeah, and that's another thing. You always want it smelling good too. And where do those crumbs, they like accumulate in the refrigerator too? Like, where do these crumbs come from?
Those pesky crumbs.
I know. They're just like, I don't know. I think they go from one place in your house to another. So yeah, and that's a quick, I love going in my fridge and cleaning it up all the time. It's just a quick thing. Get the Windex out, clean up, make sure everything's kind of clean in there. So.
Right. When I open my fridge, I like to have things in a certain side of the fridge. I'm just a little creature of habit that way. I like to know, these things go on the right side of my fridge. These things go in the back of my fridge. And so it helps with my shopping and my grocery planning as well, because I'm kind of refreshing my memory as well. We're getting low on the mustard, or we need to, buy more of plant-based milk or something like that.
Yes.
It always helps me organize my thoughts before I go to the grocery store.
Yep. So a quick clean of that refrigerator, make it smell like lemon, make it smell good. And then you also know how to organize it when what you're missing and what you need to go to the grocery store for.
Right. So number 7 on our list today is to tackle the living room. So we all have remotes. We all have, little throw pillows on our couches. We've got Afghans that we like to snuggle with when we're watching a movie. But we've got a coffee table that's accumulating maybe some magazines or has remnants of those crumbs from last night's snack on it. So wiping down your TV area, wiping down those coffee tables, fixing your pillows on your couch and folding up your Afghan. It's a real quick fix, but it does make your entire living room look so
And if you have animals, like dog toys seem to like hang out in the living room, in the family room all the time. And those remotes, I don't know about you, but we got a gazillion remotes. There's a remote to turn this on, turn that on. But honestly, the best thing ever is to use Google or whatever you do. Like my Google will turn my TV on. And I think that's awesome. But then you still have to, use it to change stations and everything else. So making sure, and everyone's like, always like, where's the remote? Where's the remote? That's like, put it in a certain place on the coffee table and keep it there all the time. And because then you always have everyone going, where's the remote? Where's the remote? So we don't want that going on now, do we?
Yeah, and some of that lemon scented pledge or furniture polish can really
Yes.
freshen up a room as well. So keep that
Yes.
in mind as you're wiping things down.
Yes. Definitely.
Number 8 is tidying the bedroom. So, you can do a quick pickup of your bed, your bed linens, make your bed, remove cloth from the floor, dirty clothes, shoes, socks, quickly fold any clothes that are lying around that, you're not putting in your laundry hamper immediately. And you can do this all within 10 minutes in a bedroom and have it look like a showpiece, truthfully.
Yeah, make sure all the laundry's put away. I mean, that's another thing. Laundry away, everything's slick. It looks nice. Make your bed, make it look nice. You also can spray a little Febreze on it or whatever you want to call, or some, people put lavender on their bedspread or whatever. And just like really cleaning up, because people sneakers or shoes, just put them in the closet. The closet's right next door to the bedroom, So, I mean, I don't know, people live very differently than other people. So I don't know how they have clothes lying all over the place, but people like to throw clothes instead of putting them in a hamper that's two feet down. You don't have to do 2 more steps to put things down. But I guess sometimes we all get a little lazy and do stuff. So just make sure that it's all nice and tidy, like you're in the army, where they're like, your bed has to be great and your whole house. So.
Right. And along with that, pick up your towels in your bathroom and hang them up. You can just get those like robe hooks if you don't want to fold your towels and put them on a towel bar. There's some really nice robe hooks out there, and they're actually very in style right now for just hanging up bath towels. But So everything's got a place is the important part.
Right.
So number 9 is a really interesting one that I think a lot of people forget about, and it's tackling those baseboards. So you can take one room at a time and just walk around with a slightly damp rag and maybe even a magic eraser and clean your baseboards. Just make sure that you're getting all that dust out of all those grooves. Mm-hmm. And one thing that a lot of people forget is the air return for your HVAC system. They tend to accumulate a lot of dust and people just forget about them.
Yeah, that's why you have those little fuzzy things where I don't know, what are they? I don't know what they're called, but you just go over the
Swiffers.
Swiffers. That's it. I have a whole bunch in my house, and I'm always doing that too because I can't stand dust anywhere. Like, I'm allergic to dust, so I'm like, just taking the cloth and then getting on your hands and knees, which sometimes it's takes time for some people. Other people can jump around and just really just do those baseboards. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's amazing how dust accumulates. You're like, where did this dust come from?
I know. So number 10 on our list today is cleaning pet hair off the couch. Do your dogs sit on the couch, Mary Ellen?
Yeah, I mean, I have a leather couch, so that's kind of cool because it really doesn't, the hair doesn't get on that, but it gets on the floor, so you're always having to, take the vacuum to it or whatever. But yeah, that's definitely, if you have like any kind of cloth type couches or anything, it's amazing how, and don't wear black, because black, just goes all over the dog hair and the cat hair and everything else. So, which is crazy because that's why I'm like, I don't like to wear black at all because of that. Because it's like you sit down and you get like little hairs everywhere. And it's amazing how these dogs and cats, they shed and they accumulate, even though you brush them every day or whatever you do. It's like there's just stuff around. So I agree, in the living room area is just do a quick, get that hair up, especially if ever in company. You don't want people to sit down and get hair all over themselves.
Right. So lint brush or your attachments to your vacuum cleaner are great ways of helping, get that fur off the top of your sofa or the cushions of your sofa.
Yes, definitely.
So number 11 on our list is something I'll bet a lot of people don't do. It's clearing out the glove box in your car. So we all have to carry our insurance, and we have to carry our, our registration, the proof of ownership of our vehicles. And we tend to, every 6 months, the insurance company sends you, the new one, and we print them out and we stick them in the glove box and we don't take the old ones out. And then we take the car to get repaired and they give us a 4-page receipt and we fold it in half and we stick it in the glove box and we forget it's there.
And there's the manual in there. Oh my God, car manuals. They're all in that little box, that little, I don't know, they make them so small and they put them in this little thing. So yeah, I agree. Like if you're sitting around, like if you're waiting for the kids to get out of their swimming or tennis or baseball, or you're waiting for them to get out of school, it's great to just sit there and just put it all, like I would just take all the garbage and then just put it like in your bag. And then when you get home, just throw it out. So yeah.
Right. So the things that you want to keep in there, maybe just take some sandwich bags or gallon bags or quart size bags and sort your items out in those separate bags so that if you are going somewhere and you need to grab something quickly, you can easily find what you're looking for.
Yeah, I agree with that too. And then with also I like to have extra napkins and paper towels and stuff in there because in case something, spills or something. I don't drink in my car either. So I'm pretty picky about that. I mean, besides water, I won't drink anything. Water is harmless, but still, if you're drinking a water and it spills all over you, you want a tissue too, or paper towel or a napkin to clean that up. So yeah, just organize it. Just, it's amazing. Like you said, when you go and you have the car service, they give you this 25-page whatever, and you're like, okay, what do I need with that? Right. So you end up putting it in there instead of throwing it out in the garbage, so it can accumulate, definitely. And if you have multiple people using your car, teenagers, you Lord only knows what they put in there.
Right, exactly. So number 12 on our list today is to lint roll a lampshade. So you think people forget to change out their lampshades every so often in general. And lampshades, even if they started out white, they tend to turn yellow. And if you're going to list your house for sale, we don't want to see yellowed lampshades. We don't want to see torn lampshades. But if your lampshades are good, we don't want to see dust on them either. So take a lint roller to your lampshade and just brush it
that's
off.
A good thing. And if you don't have a lint roller, you can use tape, like Scotch, the the tape that you use to box up things when you're moving, that clear tape or Scotch tape. I mean, I know that that's not the best. I mean, lint is the best, lint brush to use it.
Right.
But if you don't have it and you have some tape lying around, that also will help that too as well. And it's amazing how dust accumulates on lampshades too. Just like the same, when you're doing your floors and your baseboards and stuff, you're like, where did this dust come from? Same thing with the lampshade. I don't know where it comes from.
Number 13 on our list today is to clean a sink. You can take a mixture of baking soda or vinegar and water, or scrub the sink, with some Ivory liquid and a scrub daddy. It does a great job. And, there's a lot of just drip marks that get on sinks, whether it's toothpaste in your bathroom sinks or your kitchen sink because the coffee spilled in your kitchen sink or something like that. It's so nice to just scrub those down, rinse them off, and then dry them, and they just sparkle afterwards. But it's something that a lot of people sometimes ignore.
Yeah, and then just to add a little bit on that, if you do have a garbage disposal too, that's an easy, obviously don't turn the garbage disposal on. But what I like to do is you take a paper towel and you put some soap on it, and then you clean inside there too. And then you do your normal cleaning of it, every once a month with that really cool lemon stuff you put down it, and it smells really good. So I don't put a lot of stuff down my garbage disposal. A lot of people do, but it's amazing. If you ever go in there and try to clean up that area, you're like, how is that so dirty? But that's a quick fix. Just like I said, take some paper towels, put some soap on it, and just clean it. Throw those paper towels out right away. That definitely helps with the sink area.
So number 14 on our list today is organizing your car trunk. This is something I do on a regular basis for my husband's car. And what's helped is getting like dividers that have like a Velcro bottom, so you can kind of section the trunk off so that he can have his sports equipment in one part of the trunk, and maybe some notebooks or papers that he needs for work in another section of the trunk. And you can get these like L-shaped dividers that will actually have Velcro on them, and they stick to the carpet that's in the trunk. And that keeps things from rolling around, and it also keeps things together in the trunk.
Yeah, trunks are, because I mean, we all have like kids in sports, and it's like the baseball bat, the cleats, like they have a bag, you have a tennis bag, you have a pickleball bag, you have like all this stuff. And just to organize it a little bit too is going through it. And especially a really good advice to have in your trunk is always have 2 old towels. So take those old towels that you don't need anymore and you put them in there, because we know that the Georgia clay is really bad here. So if it's raining and your kids are out and they're doing sports, and then you can just take that nice towel and you put it so that you don't mess up your car. So always having an old couple towels in the car is always a plus.
I've gone so far at certain times of the year to keep an old pair of shoes in the trunk of the car.
Yes. So if you're
having a particularly rainy season or something, you might keep an extra pair of shoes.
I agree, because you don't want to get your nice shoes, with the rain and the, and mud. Yeah. Yeah. That Georgia clay is nasty. Georgia clay is nasty. So.
Right. So number 15 on our list today is to purge your emails and your inbox and keep that cleaned up. We all get excessive messages that we need to take the time to unsubscribe from, and we need to prioritize what needs a response and really what doesn't. And those things, hopefully it's going to take you less than 10 minutes to do that, but you never know. I don't know how backed up most people are.
Yeah. And, just going through, like you said, it's amazing how you get stuff and you're like unsubscribe and like, I don't remember signing up for it, but obviously you did for some reason or another to get like, now it's like, okay, if you want the discount for this, you have to give them your email. So you're like, yeah, well, I want a 25% discount on something I'm buying. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, I forgot, so unsubscribe, from that stuff. But also looking at emails too, and just going through them. You're either this type of person where you have 0 emails in your email box, that would be me, or you have 20,000 sitting in your email box, which would drive me absolutely bonkers. So I think there's 2 types of people here. So if you are the extreme like me, you're always going through and deleting, because you just don't like a lot of, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm missing something. Where did that? I need to find that. Where people that don't go through their emails, put it in priority. If you're the type of person that you have thousands of emails sitting there, just go through them and put them in a priority. So I think that you can do that in 10 minutes too, as well. And everybody has their email on their phone. I mean, I would say 99.9% of people do that right now. So, when you're sitting there waiting for the kids to come from their activities or waiting for them to pick them up from school, that's a great opportunity for you to go through emails and delete them too.
Right. Exactly. So we have now finished covering, 15 things that you could clean up in 10 minutes or less. And we're going to talk about one of our neighborhood highlights.
So we're going to go into our next segment of neighborhood highlights. And it's a neighborhood in the North Atlanta area that we love. So Sue, what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about Toll Brothers' new community at Lakeview.
Oh, nice.
Lakeview is a new construction community. It's being built by Toll Brothers. These are 3-story townhouses with rooftop terraces, very close to a lake, and that's located basically at Georgia 400 and exit 9 of Georgia 400. That's Haynesbridge Road.
Wow.
It's very, very close to Avalon, our favorite shopping complex. It's very, very close to the Alpha Loop and downtown Alpharetta. And you can enjoy the conveniences of local restaurants, shopping, dining, and entertainment just minutes away. So Yeah, the beauty of these townhouses is that you have the opportunity to live indoors and outdoors because
Mm.
they've each of these townhomes has these beautiful rooftop terraces, and you have the opportunity to use the amenities of the new apartment complex that's next to this community. That apartment complex is called Eden. Eden also features a resort style pool, outdoor kitchen, fitness center, pet spa, and other amenities as well.
Wow, a pet spa. Tell me about a
Mhm.
pet spa. What the heck is a pet spa? They have it in your complex? Oh my God, you don't even have to leave your
Yeah,
area to get your pet taken care of. That's great. I mean, I love that. We're seeing so many things with pets and dogs and cats that you can just like, you don't even have to like get in your car and take them anywhere. You can just walk them down and they can get their little pet spa done. They get their
right.
nails trimmed and their bath and their hair cut and they're all set.
Right, right. So you can choose your floor plan, which is a nice thing. I think I
Right.
mentioned that they're 3-story. I think most of them are actually 4-story. So I take that back.
Wow, four stories.
Um, but they're big. They're 3553 to 3,732 square feet.
Oh, those are big.
Yeah, they have 3 to 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, and they start at $995,000 on up.
Oh yeah, right. Right under $1 million. Yeah, right. Like we're
But
going
they
to
have
get this.
designer appointed features. I mean, they're beautiful. They have curated collections of finishes that you can choose from when you customize your particular home. They have modern layouts, flexible spaces, and a sophisticated tailored touch.
And I think what's important too to realize that this is so close to Georgia 400. And
Mm-hmm,
people that don't know Atlanta or don't know anything about Atlanta, Georgia 400 goes north and south from the city.
mm-hmm,
So if
mm-hmm.
you're working in Buckhead, you're working in downtown Atlanta or anywhere, you're able to hop on the highway pretty fast. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's really important because yes, we do have a lot of traffic in Atlanta. Yes.
We do, and we don't want to spend most of our commuting time on our local street traffic areas. We want to get on 400 and get it done with. we
There
want to
you go.
get
Get
we
down
want
to
to
where
get
you want to
into
do. Yeah.
Midtown and into Buckhead and downtown and all the places we need to get to. So this location's amazing.
And what I really like about this zoo too is it's 4 stories. So you have that outdoor space in a
Mhm.
townhouse, and you don't
Right,
see that very often. Most
right.
of the time, you see a townhouse and they have a little space, and
Hmm.
people are like, "That's really tiny." So this is nice because it's great for entertaining. It's just great because we do have great weather here.
Hmm.
We have the 4 seasons, but there's lots of nights you can sit outside on there and be with your friends and just kind of chill. So I like
Right.
that.
Plus, Toll Brothers builds a very nice home. And, this is definitely a community that, somebody should consider when they want to move to Alpharetta and have kind of an indoor outdoor lifestyle with very little maintenance on their home. And also just a great location for the price point.
Yeah, no, that's great. Well, thank you for that
Mhm.
information. Anything you want
Yeah.
to add about that community? Nope.
No, I think we pretty
I,
much
I
covered it.
love the
I mean, if
location.
anybody's interested in Lakeview, they can give us a call and we'll help them out.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we're going to go into what we love about North Atlanta. So
Mhm.
Sue and I are always, talking about what we really, really, really love about North Atlanta. So we're
Mhm.
trying to give you some tidbits about the area because some of you listening, you might not know anything about North Atlanta. So we're
Right.
trying to give you some guidance. So today we're going to talk about.
We're going to talk about the Battery. So the Battery is a mixed-use complex that is part or connected to my favorite sports teams complex. The Atlanta Braves play out at Truist Park, and Truist Park has the Battery connected to it. And the Battery is this beautiful complex where you can, there are hotels, there are apartments, there are tons of restaurants, lots of shopping, and it's just a fun place to go. And you can hang there before a baseball game during a baseball game, after the baseball game. It's just, there's offices there. There are people that work there, 9 to 5 most days of the week, but there's over 20 dining options there. What do you think?
Yeah, and any kind of dining, anything from, it's amazing because it's a great place. You can bring your family, they have clubs there to hang out for the younger, people, well, over 21, not younger, over 21. They have clubs there. It's a great place to meet your friends, and you can hear what's going on in the stadium if you're not going to the game. But most people will go to the game. They'll go there, have dinner, and then go to the game. So it's a great look. It's really, the location is great. It's easy to get to from North Atlanta. It's part of North Atlanta, but it's easy to get to, much easier than the old stadium that we had, which was downtown Atlanta. So I love how so many things, like we talked about the amphitheater, which is really close in Alpharetta. Battery Park is nice and close. So you're not having to drive so far to go see a sports team that we know love, which is the Braves. And they have just, all the restaurants are great there. It's a great place to meet friends. It's a great place to, the community in there. And I think the atmosphere is so energizing when you walk around there.
Right. And it's just such a great location. It's where I-75 intersects with 285, which is our beltway around Atlanta. So in other words, it's about 10 miles northwest of the center of Atlanta. It is a 2.25 million square foot complex. There's plenty of parking there, but they just have, amazing restaurants, just entertainment. There's tons of shopping, and it's right there at my favorite ballpark too.
Yes, so we got
You
the
can
Braves.
watch my Braves.
Yeah, there you go. There goes the Braves, and there goes Battery Park. Well, thank you, Sue, so much for that information about the Battery, what we love about the Battery. I love going down there. Sue likes going down there. And just another edition of the Real Estate Ladies of North Atlanta. We're here for you, and you guys have a great day. Take care.